Good morning and welcome everyone to another segment of VTF Live. We are very excited as it has been another exciting week for our beginner track interns. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mallory Vega. I am the Director of Operations and Management here at Virtually Testing Foundation. Virtually Testing Foundation is a nonprofit volunteer run organization since 2012. We neither sell products, services, nor data, and our only goal is to serve the cybersecurity community. Our mission is to offer beginner and advanced track internships that will benefit the community and interns, as well as our vision is to invest in any resources that will provide quality learning experience to the community and to our interns. Virtually Testing Foundation is a unique and first volunteer run nonprofit organization, offers hands on cybersecurity internships, and much more. As you can see, we have 30,000 plus members in our organization, which we are very proud of, and we hope you can also be part of VTF and gain immense experience. Currently, we have open positions for advanced track internships, and if you are interested, you can go ahead and apply for it by visiting our virtuallytestingfoundation.org. Or if you know somebody who is interested, you can go ahead and share this amazing opportunity with them. Now let's recap on what our beginner track interns have been doing. For week one, our interns have learned about cybersecurity fundamentals such as MITRE ATT&CK. They learned that MITRE ATT&CK framework is a curated knowledge base that tracks cyber adversary tactics and techniques used by threat actors across the entire attack life cycle. The framework is meant to be more than a collection of data. It is intended to be used as a tool to strengthen an organization's security posture. And in business etiquette, they've also learned about API guidelines so that they can improve in writing proper business communication, such as emails, memos, and other communication. For week two, our interns have learned about vulnerability management. They learned about how vulnerability management is a process of identifying, evaluating, treating, and reporting on security vulnerabilities in systems and the software that runs them, which is implemented with other security tactics as well. It's vital for organizations and businesses to prioritize possible threats and minimizing vulnerabilities. For business etiquette, our interns have learned about time management and how it's a process of organizing and planning on how to divide their time between different tasks and projects. For week three, our interns have learned about OSINT, or Open Source Intelligence. They learned that OSINT is the collection of analysis of data gathered from open sources, both covert and publicly, to produce actionable intelligence of a person or organization. This can be done by an attacker or by a friendly penetration tester. For business etiquette, they learned about how not to overcommit. Overpromising and overextending, as well as overestimating and overdoing, does not help you live a balanced life. You need to take care of yourself or develop a positive and healthy professional identity. Yet we all do on occasion, and we all regret it afterwards. Being able to set priorities and allocate time appropriately are critical skills for achieving your personal and professional goals. Taking control of your time and schedule enables you to increase productivity, enhance your quality of life, and establish a reputation for which you can feel proud of. For week four, our interns have learned about network security. They learned that network security protects your network and data from breaches, intrusions, and other threats. This is a vast and overarching term that describes hardware and software solutions as well as processes, rules, and configurations relating to network use, accessibility, and overall threat protection. For business etiquette, they've learned about Scrum, which is a project management framework that is applicable to any project with aggressive deadlines, complex requirements, and degree of uniqueness. For week five, our interns have learned about endpoint security. We know that an endpoint refers to any device that receives a signal. With endpoint security, they learned that endpoint security is the practice of safeguarding endpoints from unauthorized access and digital threats that can expose data or compromise the performance of the endpoint device. For business etiquette, our interns have learned about effective communication. They learned that effective communication is the process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, opinions, knowledge, and data so that the message can be received and understood with clarity and purpose. For week 6, our interns have learned about web app security or web application security. They learned about the idea of building websites to function as expected and even though they are under attack. This concept involves in a collection of security controls engineered into a web application to protect its assets from potentially malicious agents. For business etiquette, our interns have learned about team conflict management. They learned that with conflict management is being sensitive to shifting behaviors in a team and responding to potential flashpoints quickly, effectively, and impartially. For week 7, our interns have learned about virtualization. They learned that virtualization uses software to create an abstraction layer over computer hardware that allows the hardware elements of a single computer, such as processors, memory, storage, and more, to be divided into multiple virtual computers, commonly known as virtual machines. The main goal for virtualization is higher level of performance, scalability, reliability, availability, agility, or to create a unified security and management domain. For business etiquette, our interns have learned on how to express their past accomplishments. They learn tips on how to be able to summarize and express their accomplishments when it comes to an interview for a position or on a performance review with their manager. This week, which is week 8, our interns have learned about containers. Containers, along with containerization technology like Docker and Kubernetes, have become increasingly common components in many developers' toolkits. The goal of containerization at its core is to offer a better way to create a package and deploy software across different environments in a predictable and easy to manage way. In this curriculum, we took a look at what containers are, how they are different from our other kinds of virtualization technologies, and what advantages they can offer for your development and operation process. If you just want a quick overview of some of the core terms associated with containers, feel free to look it up at our VTF Academy. What are containers? Containers are an operating system virtualization technology used to package applications and their dependencies and run them in an isolated environment. They provide a lightweight method of packaging and deploying applications in a standardized way across many different types of infrastructure. These goals make containers an attractive option for both developers and operations professionals. Containers run consistently on a container-capable host, so developers can test the same software locally that they will later deploy to full production environments. The container format also ensures that the application dependencies are baked into the image itself, simplifying the handoff and release processes. Because the hosts and platforms that run containers are generic, the infrastructure management for container-based systems can be standardized. Containers are created from a container image, or bundles of represented the system's application and environment of the container. Container images act like templates for creating specific containers, and the same image can be used to spawn any number of running containers. This is similar to how classes and instances work in object-oriented programming. A single class can be used to create any number of instances, just as a single container image can be used to create any number of containers. This analogy also holds true in regards to inheritance, since container images can act as a parent for another, more customized container images. Users can download pre-built containers from external sources or build their own images customized to their needs. Now, how do containers work? Well, to understand how containers work, it's sometimes helpful to discuss how they are different from virtual machines. With virtual machines, or VMs, They are hardware virtualization technology that allows you to fully virtualize a hardware that and resources of a computer. A separate guest operating system manages a virtual machine completely separate from the OS running on the host system. On the host system, a piece of software called hypervisor is responsible for starting, stopping, and managing the virtual machine. Because VMs are operated as completely distinct computers that under normal operating conditions it cannot affect the host systems or other virtual machines. Virtual machines offer great isolations and security. Containers, on the other hand, take a different approach. Rather than virtualizing the entire computer, containers virtualize the operating systems directly. They run as a specialized process managed by the host operating system's kernel, but with a constrained and heavily manipulated view of the system's process, resources, and environment. Containers are unaware that they exist in a shared system and operate as if they are in full control of the computer. Rather than treating containers as if they were full computers, like with virtual machines, it is more common to manage the containers more similarly to applications. For instance, while you can bundle an SSH server into a container, this isn't recommended pattern. Instead, debugging is generally performed through a logging interface, updates are applied by rolling new images, and service management is de-emphasized in favor of managing the entire container. For business etiquette, our interns were asked to write about why they want to join Virtually Testing Foundation. This teaches them on expressing their personal passion for the organization. In doing so, this will help our interns understand on how to answer the question when asked at a job interview. We know and understand that employees want to know if you are passionate about what they do as an organization, whether it's a service, mission, vision, or brand. For network visibility, we asked our interns to post what they've learned every week. Here at Virtually Testing Foundation, we want to help our interns grow in their social media profiles by teaching them on how to customize their profiles to attract hiring managers, have a good first impression, and get noticed. It is becoming more important that firms and organizations are maintaining visible and online presence. This goes without saying that any professional who wants to develop, monitor, and nurture connections must have a presence in the on the go social media platforms such as LinkedIn. We understand that it's more than just being there, and to get the greatest return in our interns' investment in our weekly network visibility assignments, there are certain factors that matter more than others, and the ultimate goal for our interns is growth, both personally and professionally. That is all for our session for today. Thank you for listening in and watching. To follow along with our beginner track interns, what they're doing, please visit our VTF.academy. Also, please check out our website at virtuallytestingfoundation.org for information and announcements on our future and beginner track curriculums for 2023. We are very excited about it and we look forward to seeing you there. Take care, be safe, and see you all at our next VTF live session next week. Bye.